Okay, so I am off of I-5 between Sweet Home, Oregon and Junction City, Oregon, east of I-5 at a park where there's some relatively unknown petroglyphs carved in the side wall. So it is it's a beautiful day. I see a fantastic swimming hole for afterwards, and it's only about 10 minutes down the road. Now this would be most likely Calapooya petroglyphs, dated over 10,000 years old as far as I can find online. And I really don't want to say the name of them, but I will tell you that not a lot of people know about them, and there's quite a few petroglyphs on here, including some really interesting ones. So we're gonna head up here, take a look, and I'll show you a little bit of the area. You can see it's a really manicured trail, like no problem at all. It's a little bit more difficult in the winter because of flooding, but in the parking lot there was only a few people camping. It's a Thursday though, and all these little roads go off towards the Calapooya River here. I'm not too far from a place called Sweet Home. I said that in Detroit Lake. I forget the other lake down the road here, but anyway, a lot of people don't know about this area. Back on this hillside here is a bunch of overhangs and prior Calapooya Indian dwellings. So I've filmed before once out here, and I didn't get a chance to really focus in on some of the stuff I wanted to look at. So that's what we're gonna do here. So that's only gonna take about 10 minutes, but it's pretty much just more of this. So we'll take a break here, and then I'll turn the camera back on if I need to. All right. Okay, not too much farther. I know we need to get up here. I've been walking for about 10 or 15 minutes, and I can tell you they're not maintaining this trail. So for those of you who want to know where this is, message me, because it won't be long before this is all grown over. And there's a lot of blackberries here, and you're not going to cut your way through this easily. There's a marker. This is one of the first underhangs. This isn't the site, but I'll go ahead and show you. Look at that. That's an underhang or an overhang you could definitely utilize, but there's no glyphs on this at all. There's an old fire pit there, and you can see someone's been messing around there. But it's just some boulders here, big boulders that have fell together just right. But you can see an encampment definitely happening here. And they're all over the place, but the one we're interested in is up this way. So a little more bushwhacking, and we'll be there. Okay, we're here. This is the side trail off the main trail. And oddly enough, there's a farm across the way, so I can hear somebody working. And then the main highway is just right over there. But about an hour that way is Sisters, Oregon. Obviously, if you know anything about that area, huge volcanic area. And so the Calapooya would go all the way up there for things called rock called cinnabar to do some of these petroglyphs here. And here we go. Get ready to have your mind blown. This is kind of just out in the open. And there is nobody here. And again, I think the date is over 10,000 years old on the origination of this. And so I'm just gonna start rolling. Okay, so this is it. It looks like just an overhang, but it's not. We'll have to get closer here to show you what I mean. So let's start at the least interesting and explain what we know. Locals have been coming here throughout the years, and so I would say that would be graffiti. Who knows how old, but mixed in here is the real McCoy. And I don't know if that would be the real McCoy or the number 8. I'm guessing these two are probably not. But I was told by Don Monroe that these are prayer holes where natives would put things in here, charms and whatever else, and they're carved into the side of the wall. Now this one I hope you can see. This one, as far as I've heard, is the real McCoy. This is the 6-fingered hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you know anything about native lore, they talk about the 6-fingered giants. That's reportedly where they came up with raising their hand up to show other natives. These would be real ones here, and you can see them better at night in the evening with a flashlight because it highlights everything going on. Like here is a face, 2 faces, 1, 2. Now as far as I know, those are real petroglyphs from that time, and you can see them right here. They kind of look like the Tom Hanks Castaway Wilson image to me, but they're not that young, but maybe that's where they got the idea. And then of course we'll move along here. Boy, you can see it so much better at night with a flashlight. Here you can see some punk wrote his initials NT. Now here's where we get interesting stuff. This you'll see throughout Native American culture here. This, what almost looks like a waterfall cascading down this image here. And here's another paw or hand with some images. And then as you scroll up, you can see a serpent up there below the mountains, which could be explained as the river and the mountains, and it goes all the way over here. I'm trying to be as steady as I can for you. And here you see the letter H, which looks to be about the same date by just the wear and tear of this one, so maybe the H is significant. These almost look like diamonds, and here's some mud on that. And oops, excuse me. I know that there's like a phallic symbol here too. You can't see it that well, but maybe you can here. Yeah. And then now we're getting really interesting, because this is the cinnabar stain of the feet. Maybe bear, maybe something more, maybe Sasquatch related, but I don't think so, because here's the big bear. You can see the giant claws on this thing and the huge pad, and then the 1, 2, 3, 4 prints on this one here. And then there's more serpent imagery right in here and here. And then the glyphs end at this point right here, but pay attention to that green line here where this erosion line is. As far as I understood, this was where the original soil line was, and through the years people have come here and grave robbed and looked for arrowheads and broad, I think they're called broad arrowheads, like large arrowheads supposedly owned by the giants. And they even dynamite, is that a word? Put dynamite here to find things like pottery, which sounds crazy, right? But this was, you know, in the early part of the 1900s, late 1800s. And so the soil was up there, but because of looting, grave robbing, and just erosion, I'm sure. But you can also see, where is the one glyph? It's really interesting. There is a image of a cross up here in this area that I've been. It's a little hard to see unless the lighting's just right. There's the letter H again. That looks like a newer one. And why just an H, I don't know. But it does look like that H over there, but that looks old. Let's see here. Let's see the H. I don't see the cross anywhere here, but I will. Unless someone destroyed it, it should still be there. Let me pan back here to show you what we're looking at. So there's the top of the overhang, and you can actually climb up onto that overhang if you go up this trail here. There's nothing but bat poop, and then a lot of erosion coming down in here as well. So that in the winter this is flooded and water's coming down here. Let's see here. I'm going to take a break and look for that, and then I'll come right back. Okay, I found it. It took some doing. I had to step back to find it. But I'll zoom in on it. There's a cross with a circle. Now that looks like the right date for everything else here, because it's next to what were probably bear tracks carved. You can see the claws on them there and there, and it's next to the serpent, which comes all the way over here. And then that's where things kind of lose translation. You can see it again here. Come back out. See if I can be in close on it. Now, I don't know what the uniforming symbol, maybe the four corners, I guess, could be a cross image. I don't know, that almost looks like a Kilroy with a cone head below it. And then I don't see anything. Like I said, at night you can see so much better with a flashlight at an angle. Now my son and I were here years ago, and he found a fang in one of these holes, and it looked like a fish fang stuck in one of these holes, and it wasn't petrified. It looked like somebody put a fang or a sharp tooth in one of these holes here, and I have yet to ever find that again. And I don't think it was back by this hand. I think it was more in the neighborhood of back in here. Now there's more. You can see that one here. An X. A U. No, I don't see it back there. It was a tinier hole. It was like one of these kind of holes, but that's not it. These holes kind of hide themselves from you. And it wasn't back here by the ferns. And once in a while when you come here you can see rocks stacked in an interesting way. Now it may just be those rocks, but somebody's coming here and I don't know what that's for. That could be an old grave, I guess. I wouldn't want to dig it up. I wouldn't want to dig up any of this stuff. But this would be a heck of a place to come and do a strange stroll. I don't know what that is. I don't remember seeing that one. That's really interesting. And again, just reach out to me if you want to know where this is. There is a 3D map of this wall that shows everything. They took a 3D scan of the whole thing. The University of, or Oregon State University, I believe, did a 3D mapping of this. And you can see all these details here. Things that look like they're not there, actually there. Now here's the phallus symbol. Now I see it. Yeah. Big old rocket going into space. And then some kind of check mark looking thing here. I'll do another scan of this one for you. You can see, I don't want to touch it, but the size of that bear paw there is my hand. You know, I have average size hands. So, were they talking about something prehistoric? Sure the hell looks like it. I mean, we don't have black bears typically with paws that big. Maybe grizzlies, I don't know. Maybe these aren't baby cubs either. Maybe these are Sasquatch prints. That's what Don Monroe would tell you. Now this one is a really good one. It looks like it broke in half though right here, and the piece is missing. And I'm still looking for that tooth. I don't think I had to stoop down that low. Not there, there. Well, that's up here. It is 91 degrees out. I'm headed to finish, well, I don't know if finish, but do part 2 of this documentary about the Almoon Lab, and you guys will be the first to know. So far I trust the director and the producer of the show to tell the story, and it's going to be a hot shoot for sure. We're going to be outdoors at least for 48 hours, and at least I will. And I'm headed there now, so I got another hour and a half drive ahead of me and some friends coming in out of town. But I wanted to show you this since I was only about 45 minutes away. And well, let's ask. So if there's anyone here that wants to talk to us, you can talk straight into the camera here. If you have any message, are you okay with me coming here and shooting this? I don't mean any disrespect, you know that. Put in your microphones to see what's going on. All right, I'm gonna do one more pass through and then we're gonna break out of here. Now this is, I didn't notice this before. This was an old rock stack of some kind. It didn't fall naturally like that. Yeah, I don't know about that one there. Non, N-O-N, or that 8. And I think that's legit, the 6-fingered hand. Here we are again with the letter H, H. Looking for that tooth. Boy. It almost looks like it. Nope. It was a tinier hole. It wasn't mossy like that either. Plastic. Sometimes you can see quartz, and that could very well be, from my understanding, shamans or medicine men down here making flints. Nobody here. Alright, I'm going to take some photographs. There it is. Right in the middle of, well, the forest. The Umpqua, not the Umpqua National Forest. We'll just say south of Sisters, southwest of Sisters, Oregon. Highway and everything, and nobody hardly even knows about it. Thank God, I guess, huh? Alright. I'll turn it back on if anything happens. We're not done yet. One more stop. We are here in Brownsville, Oregon, right outside where the petroglyphs are at. So why go to Brownsville, Oregon? Well, it's where Stephen King's novel, Stand By Me, which originally was titled The Body, was directed. You would remember River Phoenix and Kiefer Sutherland. Big stars out of that one. And I believe, what's his name from Star Trek, who was in there? Geordi, maybe was his name? The character, I don't know. Anyway, this is where it was filmed. Richard Dreyfuss was the voice for that as well. Stand By Me, filmed here in Brownsville, Oregon. Historic town. That kind of artwork is everywhere. It's probably taking a hard hit because of the economy right now, but I thought I'd show you around. We'll go up to the spot where Kiefer Sutherland had the infamous knife at the neck of the main star. I don't know if you remember that, but let's take a look here. The American Legion making a stand. Of course, they have Spalding Avenue, the town library, right down the way here. And of course, if you need some stitching, you come over here to Brownsville Stitching Parlor. I didn't know there could be such a thing. Yeah. Key bank. Oh, look at this. You can hide the numbers as you type. That's pretty fancy for a small town. Oh. Missing. Well, imagine, if you will, they should have the body up here of the missing kid from the movie. Instead, there's a lost safe, which is ironic because I just found a safe in the woods. So you can see the architecture here is circa the same as the 40s and 50s and earlier. This is out of place. Willamette Valley Insurance with a pod racer. Okay, that's pretty realistic and completely makes no sense because he's a Star Wars fan. Your neighborhood bikers. I don't think this bar is still open. But if you remember, fast forward, go to the scene and with Kiefer Sutherland's character as he pulls the, I believe it's a switchblade out, and pins the star's head to the ground right here at the Blue Point Diner. They got a kitty up in the window. Filmed right there on the ground. Guys enjoying a drink at the Brownsville Saloon. Oh yeah, they got the old wire conductors up there. I don't think I've ever been in this. I don't think it's open anymore, but that is certainly old school city. But this is where it's filmed, and that bar is still open. Nobody has face coverings on in this town. Ah, look at that, a Mason Lodge. Straight ahead. Always one, you know, a key point of town is the Mason insignia in these older towns. Yeah, you got to be a little careful of the locals here. They have their own code of ethics. Almost looks like a little Italian getaway back here. Mr. and Mrs. Colbert. It's a nice historic building. Looks like they're still growing vineyards around here. Got the grapes. And then you've got an antique store. Well, not open this time. I think if we go down here, I know you'll recognize some of this if you watch the movie. This was used a couple times. I think when they lit off a cherry bomb in the alleyway, this was maybe one of the streets they ran down. But I saw this from the back. I have to get a look at the Sasquatch. See, it's these unexpected jewels. I love filming. This is really good. I like it. LB Production. With you? I'm a carver myself. I'm just appreciating your work.
Yeah, this is work here.
Hey there, little puppy.
That's Lily.
Lily, what do you got to say? Oh yeah? Nice.
You're a chainsaw carver?
I am, yeah, indeed.
Come on in.
How you doing, man?
Good. This is Patrick.
Hey, Patrick. I don't have a face mask on.
Yeah. Pat Flanagan. Who? What's your name?
Tobe Johnson.
Yeah, I've heard the name. Sure.
I don't know if you should. I live up in Port Orchard, and I just do Sasquatch faces. I just
cool.
I call them wood watchers.
Yeah, like the right there.
Yeah. I just use cedar, and I'm on my way to deliver a couple now.
Oh, well, small world. Huh?
Yeah. But I have a Patreon site for a podcast I do, so I was taking them to a Stephen King novel site, right? The Body, Stand By Me, filmed here. And so we just got back from the petroglyphs. Oh. You guys been up there at all?
I've been up there. I've never seen them, though.
No, you just go to Cascadia Park and keep walking. And so I filmed out there for a little bit. Oh, God, yeah, it's gorgeous.
I was real close at one point. Well, the guy who is in the Forest Service up there has a tour about 3 times a year, and the guy is just he's got more information than you can imagine.
Yeah. That's what I needed.
What's his
that
name?
dude.
Patrick too, isn't it? My friend's been trying to get me to go for years. They go every time, just about. They're from Fort Alice.
I heard 15,000 years is the last carbon date on that. And so some of it, you can see that people have gone up there and carved in their initials, and it's obvious, but there's some stuff on there that just that's like over 15,000, man.
Yeah, that's so interesting. You know, and there's 4 major trails that crisscross right there from Eastern Oregon, Northeastern Oregon, the coast, and the Northwest coast. And so it was just a trading center. And
I remember when I was in first grade, they took us on a field trip up there, and I remember seeing the wagon trails and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're letting it overgrow, so it won't be too long before it's going to be a pain in the ass to get up there. So I don't know if that's the long-term plan to kind of just secure it, because nobody really knows about it unless you know about it. Certainly no signs for it, but I would be remiss, since you guys have Bigfoot stuff here. We talk a lot about that on the podcast. You guys have any opinion one way or another about...
I've hunted him.
What do you mean by hunt?
Well, I was working on a TV show, and we went up to Washington and went up to the mountain and with a night scope and stuff.
Okay.
The guy, actually, here's a picture of the Bigfoot, or of the foot that was at the guy's place. Where
can I take a look?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's right here. Yeah.
Oh, you got a casting.
That was in Seattle.
Oh, that's a Grays Harbor cast.
This whole room was just nothing but Bigfoot stuff. And we interviewed Indians and stuff, and this one lady, she started crying talking about it because she got so emotional about watching the Sasquatch walking across this hill. And I was like, she watched him full on.
So were you down there with the sheriff? Because that's the Grays Harbor Harryford cast from Ocean Shores, Washington. Were you up there when that was found?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember what the show was about. I just remember doing it.
Yeah. So was it a documentary or something people can find?
Yeah, it was kind of a documentary show.
Okay.
Yeah. It was Gordon Forbes that shot it.
Okay. Well, if you could remember where people could find it, I'd love to promote it.
I'd never seen anything that I used to work on. It's like, unless you're on TV, like I used to work on Jimmy Kimmel. So I'd see all the stuff I did on that.
You were on Jimmy Kimmel?
I worked on it.
Oh, you did?
Sound guy.
Okay. Is that your background?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was a sound mixer. I did like 25 feature films, and like
I could use your help on my podcast. Yeah.
Really? Where do you live?
I live up in Port Orchard.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's just me and my laptop and a Shure microphone.
Yeah, I did 30 years in Hollywood.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
so as far as creature effects are concerned, you look at the PG film, and you know that's the second most film or viewed film next to the Zapruder film. So what do you think as far as being in the biz, as far as believability of that being a real living, breathing creature?
I think it could be. It's like a cougar. You know, it's like they don't want to be seen or found. That they could be invisible.
When I had my shop on Highway 20, I had a 9-foot one out in front of my place, and 3 different people who've grown up here swore that they saw it up in the turnoff right at Foster Lake there. What's that old town up there called?
Foster.
Yeah, and I mean, one family just saw it go up a hill and break off of branches as it's going up a hill, and they climbed up there, and it was like way up there.
That's close to home.
I hope it's not too windy on the audio. It's been a long day. I just got up here to the top of the Almoon Wilderness area. Made my tent for the night, and I'm just above one of the hot zones. Sleeping up here underneath the full moon. I'll show you here in a second. But man, it is really windy up here. It's nice though, because it was 99 today, so I got this on for a reason. Alright, I'll turn on the camera if anything happens here, but let me show you the moon here before I go to bed. There you go. That's a pretty good view for tonight. See if I can capitalize on that for you. Night, man. I guess one might even call it the Alamo. Okay, we have some time before I head back into the woods again. I stayed the night last night. It was a beautiful night, windy, but not much happened except a little microphone flick at 3:30 in the morning. I didn't think it was worth turning the camera on, so I just took a bunch of photos that look like this. So check these out. Now we're back here at Enchanted Forest. That was north of where I am. I'm headed south to check out a location called Wolf Creek Inn, a historic inn slash bar slash Airbnb. I think they did a online Bigfoot event, and I think it was called State of Bigfoot. And because of quarantine, the timeline just got messed up, so I didn't speak at that this year, maybe next year. But I thought it's a half hour, 45 minutes away from where I am, which is Wildlife Safari, which, if you haven't ever heard of it, is it's a giant wildlife game preserve with cheetahs, elephants, you name it. And so I just got a ticket. We were heading inside, and then we were gonna go south and check out whether or not Andrew Shroyer, the owner, is at the Wolf Creek Inn, and then maybe we'll take a tour and see what's going on there. All right, let's get inside. All right, it has begun. That is maybe 50 to 70 feet away from me. Hey, little guy. Sorry about Toys R Us. I know. Yeah, that's his nod of recognition. I hear they got really weird long tongues, don't they? Like anteaters. Look at those spots, though. Oh, it's not much of a feeding hole. This is kind of perfect weather, though, to be a giraffe, isn't it? Although it gets really cold out here in Winston, Oregon. Now this van up here is stopped, so God knows what's happening. Oh, zebras. Way down there. Oh, and something more. I don't know if you can see that. It's not a... It looks like a yak. Wow. Maybe we can get up closer. They're just grazing. Beautiful. No. No such luck. There's a bunch of them up here. Even up there. I just had to get a video of this guy. He's eyeballing that water. What's the hold up there? You know you want some, Joffrey. Oh, it's gonna happen. Get that neck. He's got a... Oh, there you go. It's going down. There you go. Use that tongue. No. Come on. That's not fair. Bison or buffalo? Oh, that guy's peeing big time. There's a young'un by it. Oh, look at that. It looks like a regular cow. I'll be damned. I wish I could zoom in more for you. We have a bison head on our wall. It looks a lot like that, so I think it might be a bison we're looking at. It's feeding time. And there's some stuff up here. Let's go see what it is. Stuff. Oh, there's something right on the side of the road. Hey there, you a llama? You got llama lips. Oh, he's out. This looks like it might get a little bit iffy up here on my left. We'll try it though. Wow. Massive. I really want to upset this dude or his friend. There we go. Big old tongue. Okay. I don't know what we have coming up here. It's been years. Okay, look at that. Whoa, I didn't even see him till just now. Oh, wow, what a shot. Oh my gosh. That would make it all worthwhile. Beautiful. I think I'm as close as I can get. Well, that's what an elk bed looks like. That's about how big they are. That guy is just huge. I mean, it's hard to even describe on camera. Oh, he's yawning. Wow. So cool. Alright, I saw this guy up here. This is gonna be a good shot, too. Wow. Stunning. Just amazing. I hear you, Crow. But I see plenty of you. Still got the felt on his horns. Amazing. Oh, there's the elephant. They're just so incredibly beautiful and smart. I know they're smart. I can't remember the last smart thing I saw an elephant do, but they got a high emotional intelligence. There's another one over there. I hope they're happy here. I mean, these are big wrought iron gates. I don't know what the roaming area of an elephant is, or migration habit, but he's doing the cool down with his ears. It's hot out. I mean, it's not African elephant hot, but it's hot. He's got all his tusk over there, or she does. And they got a tusk fairy in need. I don't know if you can see that one over there. Oh, his trunk's really gone. It smells like a cattle ranch. Rear! Big eyelashes. This guy's got a wreath on his head. And maybe a bird's nest developing. It's pretty hilarious. He's super close. I mean, maybe 25 feet away at the most, 20 feet. Can't tell if he's drinking or eating or both. Don't start smoking. Hey buddy, how are you? You hungry, aren't you? You looking for a free meal? Take a rain check from me. So what's the scene here? After dark, everybody leaves. I know you guys get down a little bit. Oh, don't look at me like that. Giving me that raptor look. Mouth is opening. I ain't got it. He's out. Oh, we got quite the quite the team here. They're all looking for a free meal. He licked the camera. That's awesome. I like these dark ones. Oh, look how tiny. So tiny. There we go. Wow. Oh, that is so cute. I'm gonna get some video of this guy eating away. Big old hairy chin and one tusk. Oh, he just looks like he's had a hard life. I need ears like that right about now. I think these are gibbons. He's watching somebody inside, I think, clean the enclosure. Because they are completely masked up. A couple different people cleaning it. And look at him watch outside. Like, damn bitch, you better take care of my stuff. Don't be messing with my stuff. Don't be changing my channels. I can't tell if these are caribou. They got kind of caribou horns, but I don't think caribou have little fawn spots on them, do they? This guy's gonna come say hi. Hey, buddy. Oh, you got pretty eyes. Can you come say hi? Oh, he knows what's up. Oh, this guy. Alright, you stand in front of my car like Antifa. What are you doing, man? Yeah, I'm in their territory. Oh, you get possessive. Wow. Well, I think that's the end of it, but what a way to go out. I wish you could see it a little bit closer. It's a Sumatran tiger. Looks like a cub inside of a little kid's play pool. Oh, there he is. He's playing. Everybody wants a peek. Everybody wants a peek. I'm not getting a very good shot. But there is a tiger. Alright. We are going to the gift shop. It's hot out. So, baby lemurs. Right behind that rock. On top of that rock. Wow, look how big their tails are. Oh. Attitude. Oh, look how cute. I don't think there's anything cuter on this trip than a freaking baby lemur. Holy smokes. I used to date a gal that owned lemurs, and she had the biggest scratches on her arm. Diapers and the whole bit. Look at here. It looks like Mountain Dew. These fish are swimming. There's a lot of fish swimming in Mountain Dew. I think they think I'm gonna feed them. Wow. They're pretty cute. Oh, big koi. See if we can find a little bit of food here. Sometimes there's a little remnant. What I tell you. Watch this. There you go, big guy. Oh, there they come for it. They know what's up. Try it again. Breaking it, just keeping it greasy, keeping it loose. All right, here we go. Get it, man. There they go. There's a bird enclosure. Kind of have to check that out.
Okay, let's let the next thing go.
Nope, can't. One family at a time.
Nope, relax. Nope, we're gonna go.
Oh, I had to get on video this Natalie Portman image. The black swan. All right, zoom in. We are headed now to one more stop before we head out. Probably have to go to the bathroom too. I'm trying to get out of this enclosure. Yeah, it's hot. Oh, I had to get these guys. Look at that. Everybody knows why flamingo's pink, right? Everybody knows. Because of the shrimp. They eat the shrimp. I don't know what this is. It's a fish house? Oh yeah. Aquarium house. Oh, it is too hot for me. Inside the aquarium house. That aquarium house is ridiculous. We're here outside of the Wolf Creek Inn, historic Wolf Creek Inn and Tavern down in Wolf Creek, Oregon. So let's go take a look. Tasty cuisine. Why not? And I landed a little bit of shade there. So we're waiting to see if my buddy Andrew Shroyer is on site. We'll just take a quick look of the front steps here. Wolf Creek Tavern. Hey there.
Hello.
Built in 1883. You work here? Okay.
Just my second time visiting.
Hey, have you seen Andrew around? The owner?
No.
Okay.
He hasn't been around now.
Okay. Ideal for weddings. Good Lord, look at that. Beautiful. Stunning historic facility. This must be where they do all the catering and whatnot. Oh, that's cool. Original house and buggy. So I don't know which rooms are the most haunted. I'd have to get in touch with Andrew or his wife to find that out. A little fire. I love how they stack their wood. Check out that smoker. That's super cool. Look at that baby. Alright, well I'm going to do my best to get in touch with Andrew here. Let me check and see where they are. And I know the room that Andrew slept in when he first moved here said was pretty haunted. And there's the guys back in the kitchen. We'll go inside and look. How we need to be. Oops. Go that way. Probably should go in the front. No alcohol beyond this point. Okay. I'll make sure. Alright, let's go up front. Alright, so I'm here with Andrew. He's giving me a quick tour of the place here. We're in Clark Gable's room. What are you going to show me, man?
So I was going to show you, this is a real common thing that happens in this room is that you can only lock this particular lock from the inside, and this continuously, oops, sorry, little things, but it gets locked from the inside and people can't get into the room. So we have to crawl in either through the window, off the balcony.
Are you serious? Okay.
Or we can usually get into this door, but it's usually locked as well.
So do you do EVP sessions up here too? Like, have you got Clark?
So I've had a couple say that they had a real brief kind of discussion with Clark.
Yeah.
I'm not particularly sure it happened that way.
Okay.
Because that was a one-off. We've only had one person that's ever claimed to actually talk to Clark Gable. Carol Lombard, on the other hand, maybe.
Could be?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Visual stuff too?
Visual, yeah.
Okay.
There's a great book.
Yeah, I see a Clark Gable book over there.
Yeah. There used to be a log. I wonder if it disappeared. That people used to write down all their experiences.
Oh, those are the best.
And those are fun to
Yeah.
I'll ask you.
Because you can get a common denominator.
Oh, and the hot water turns on in the middle of the night. That's very common.
The AC is awesome. It's working good.
Well, it's not just that. It's a climate control system. So it's like humidity and everything. It's all perfectly balanced. But this is our perfume smell, and it is.
Okay. Now
And it'll come on like really strong, and they just,
like choke you out?
yeah, gone within seconds.
And it's just right in here in front of this?
You can run back and forth, and you're not going to smell it.
Okay, I'll be
But
on the lookout for
I
that.
get a real strong vibe here. When I stay here, this is the room I stay in. I like the bunk rooms. And this one has
these are awesome.
great activity in this.
Yeah.
Lots of orbs.
Really? Okay.
This particular room.
So some of these are off limits?
This is off limits.
Yeah.
This is Jack London's room, so we keep it locked.
Oh, wow. Look at that. White Fang?
Yeah.
That Jack London. Damn.
So he finished Valley of the Moon here. That was his last book.
Oh, yeah. Look at this. What a piece
Can you
of
imagine
history.
him and Charlemagne on the bed? That was their bed.
Look how big that is.
I mean, granted, they were smaller,
Yeah.
but not that small.
Well, people were tinier back then, but not. Yeah. Look at this now. What's this in honor to?
Well, this is just like a little museum.
Okay, of all your stuff.
And you got to check out Clark. Look how handsome that guy is. That was when he had just started. He was still a logger up in Portland.
Oh, that's fantastic. I didn't know he was a logger.
Yeah, that's how he got founded.
Wow.
So this gal was used to run a theater in Portland, and she was walking down the street one day and saw him, and he'd come into town to go drinking. And she grabbed him and said, "Listen, you follow me." And she took him down to California and got his teeth fixed. His teeth were really messed up. And
oh, and that's where you're sharing.
yeah.
And that's where it came from?
Yeah.
The caps, the little lisp that he had?
Yeah,
he had like a,
because they had to straighten some teeth, and then they pulled some teeth, and I mean,
okay.
and they were able to get him kind of into this shape here.
Yeah, that became his trademark, is the sound of his teeth kind of whistling.
And he, of course, got rich, and then dumped her and got Carol.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
At the time was
He made
the
an upgrade.
She was the highest paid actor in Hollywood back there.
Well,
So there's all kinds of shenanigans that happen.
Yeah, I don't want to take you away from what you were doing, too,
No,
either.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is I'm telling you, there's all kinds of shenanigans because this is the oldest part of the building. right
Okay.
here. Yeah. And then these used to be rooms
Yeah.
before, see where the dividers are?
Yeah.
These are rooms before Dougal built this section in the 30s. And so you can imagine these are pretty tight quarters, but
Oh, yeah.
rooms were small because you weren't heating them. You know, there's only 3 fireplaces in the whole building. So they had rooms here, they had rooms here. And then of course this was where the wait staff, this was living quarters at one point, and they opened it up that this whole thing was a restaurant. And then
This
the
is
staff would
incredible
come up.
here.
So the story on this, we know there's 3 kids in the building, 2 little boys and a girl. And the story's been told to me by many, many people that one of the little boys pushed the girl down and killed her in the staircase. She landed at the bottom of the landing there.
Wow.
And my medium, and I've never asked her, but she really likes to spend a lot of time in this area. She's really drawn to this. And
Yeah, it's pretty concentrated energy, I bet.
I've never really asked her who she feels like is in this area, but most likely it's this little girl.
Okay.
So I've only had experiences with the little girl, and then there's an older, really grumpy guy here, and then there's this beautiful young lady about this tall, brunette, in a red velvet dress with pearls.
Have you
And
seen her?
I've seen her,
Oh, you have?
and that was
A full body apparition.
full body, and it, like, I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. But there is something about hearing things,
Yeah.
smelling things, but when you see it,
Yeah.
that is something else. And so I was downstairs, I was talking to my liquor guy, and hey,
There she is. It's a full body apparition.
and so I'm on the phone, and this gal walks up and opens the door, the swinging door down there in the beverage room.
Okay.
And I remember looking over going, what the? And then I was like, hey, I gotta call you back. And I hung up, door is still swinging, and she was gone. But physically a door opened and was swinging. And it was just like, wow.
That just happened.
I felt like I arrived at that moment. I have finally had my moment.
Right, because that happened before I interviewed. I mean, that happened after I interviewed
Yes,
you then.
this
Okay.
happened late last year.
Okay.
And it was just phenomenal. That was just, oh wow. It was
Yeah,
something else.
it just, when it happens,
Yeah.
it's like becomes yours.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I got goosebumps just thinking about it on your behalf.
And I don't, you
Yeah.
know, and what's funny is I don't have a whole lot of experience except when I'm in the kitchen, things are flying all over the place, you know, spoons and stuff coming off the racks. But that was, for me, that was very special.
That's daily stuff flying?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, that's a nothing burger. Okay.
Yeah, nothing work.
All right.
Especially in the morning when you get here,
Yeah.
you can just go into the kitchen. You should do it in the morning. This door will probably be open. You can walk down. Just go in there and say, "Good morning, Wolf Creek."
Go
And
down
something-
that stairwell or where?
No, you can go through
Okay.
the hallway down here.
Yeah.
And something will happen.
Say
It
good
likes
morning.
to
Okay.
communicate,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
And, we had a lady quit last October because it got too much for her.
Okay.
So here's your room. This is the famous room 8.
Wow. Okay. This ought to be good.
Not quite ready yet. Oh, no, you might be ready. Is room 8 ready?
Room 8, the towels aren't ready.
We just need 2 medium towels, and we're gonna do the buzz next.
Okay. Yeah, this is good.
Oh, you know what we could do? We could switch.
You'll have fun in here.
Oh, this is the active one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you should.
right.
There should be some conversations tonight coming from the bathroom.
Okay. Like
And-
women or what?
A female,
Okay, female entity.
real deep voice.
And you guys have seen stuff too?
I haven't been here very long, but I tell you what, I've heard so many stories. It's
Yeah.
kind of creepy.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, you're in for a treat.
Okay.
Abigail's very special. She's part of a group, the Red Hats, Top Hats, and they come in and do our dinner theaters and stuff.
Oh, really?
And
okay.
they're out of Glendale, and of course all their activities we've had to cancel.
Yeah.
They're a really talented group of young people. that
So you
are
put on
amazing.
performances.
In the
Okay.
ballroom. And then last year
Plays?
we did
Yeah.
a big one outside on the patio. That was
Oh,
fun.
wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
A full stage. I mean, I'm talking 2-story stage with balconies.
Wow.
It was incredible.
Okay. Darn it, I wish I could get on a...
Yeah.
It's our favorite place to perform.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah,
It puts
it's
you
like our
right in
second
character.
home. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't have to try.
It's fun. And we can only get like, in the ballroom, like 20-something people, right? Usually.
Yeah.
So it's really intimate, but
Mm-hmm.
people have such a great time. And they do like Christmas show. It's phenomenal. It's so much fun. Yes, ma'am.
I apologize, I didn't mean to mislead you. We were done, but we were almost done.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm impressed. Usually it's about 4 o'clock. Everybody's around.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you.
This is Mary Pickford's. Not a whole lot of activity in this room. I feel like this is one of the quieter ones, and then this one's pretty cool. This is, we call it the Wade, and this has a little bit of lots of. When I'm here, I've stayed in this room before, and I end up hearing the kids kicking a ball in the ballroom, and you can hear it like boink boink, you know, that kind of hollow sound, and you'll hear it at night, and it's intermittent, boink boink boink, boink boink, and it just sounds like kids kicking a ball against the wall.
Right.
I remember that was my first experience I ever had here. When we took over, I didn't know what was going on. I remember like going out, just kind of like in the ballroom, like listening for it, but it wouldn't happen until you got in here. But you could tell it was definitely coming down the hall. So it's kind of fun.
What about lights? Do you see lights at all in the
No,
rooms
not me.
outside of the hotel, in the forest, nothing like that?
No,
Okay.
not me, because I'm not here at night.
Okay, where are you?
Very rarely. So I open and
Okay.
I get the barbecue going.
Okay, but you're around here, or where do you go?
In
You live close by?
I live in Grants Pass.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. Cool.
But you can ask the folks that live around here, and if you ask the locals, they'll tell you about the Wolverine character that lives out in the woods, the wolf.
The Wolfman.
Yeah.
Is that what the logo is?
Well, that's what they based it on, yeah.
Yeah, because that's not just a wolf.
No, to me it looks very sinister.
Yeah, it does.
Especially, you saw the one in here, right?
I saw the one inside the museum over here, and it has this kind of German insignia looking to it, right? I mean, it definitely looks like...
I mean, this does not look like a friendly place to get a bite to eat.
No, his eyes are scowling,
Yeah.
right? Mouth agape.
So this would have been the 70s when they did this.
Yeah. Okay.
And that logo was prevalent until the state took over and they kind of rebranded to
Yeah.
make it a little softer. And
Sure.
kind of sanded off the edges.
Yeah. Okay, exciting, man. Well, this is a beautiful opportunity, way more than I was expecting.
Yeah, we'll leave. I'll make sure the gals leave this area open at night.
Okay.
These are just my experiences. So perfume, of course, orbs and stuff in the bunk room.
All right, we are in room 8 at the Wolf Creek Lodge. This was just a whim. I was gonna just stop by here, get a couple photographs real quick. And maybe if Andrew was here, who's the owner, say hi to him. And then he offered me up the room key. So here we are. That's what I mean. You got to put yourself into play in synchronicity to show up to places, take a risk. Certainly super nice thing for him to do. The Wolf Creek Inn and Lodge in Wolf Creek, Oregon. Check it out. I know Ghost Adventures has a pretty epic episode you can look up. We're going to go check out some of the areas those guys looked at, but we're going to go to some new areas. Maybe even try to go out tonight, 20 minutes away to another ghost town called Golden, Oregon. But there is a couple that showed up here, and they just got back from the Edgefield McMenamins in Portland, Oregon. And they're going to stay the night here. They're actually right below me. And so about an hour before they go on a ghost tour, which I don't know if I'm going to go on or not, we're going to do a sit down and talk to them about, we'll do a podcast with them and maybe do some filming with this couple here. I forget their names. Nice people. And if Andrew sticks around, all the better. So yeah, I'm just going to enjoy the hell out of this. And check out that episode, Ghost Adventures, Wolf Creek Inn. There's a werewolf or vampire legend too about the woods around here. And if you look at that logo, I don't know, man, pretty interesting. So we'll see what happens. There's actually a lot of tweakers too, over here at the little grocery store, which might be some interesting footage if I can grab it of them, because the sheriff just came and chased one of them, and this guy, I guess, ran as fast as a cheetah when he saw the sheriff, because the law here, according to Andrew, it's kind of like Old West law. You end up with some bruises on you once they grab you and take you out in the woods, and then you get arrested. So if you ever get in trouble in Southern Oregon, just go in willingly, or run like this meth head tweaker. But don't do meth to run that fast. That would be a bad idea. All right, Smart Water, Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Time for a necessary nap, and we'll see you in a bit. Okay, it's about 10 o'clock at the Wolf Creek Inn Tavern in Wolf Creek, Oregon, and the hotel is totally packed. There's not much I can do about the sound contamination, so if I record tonight, it's gonna have to be really late, and it's gonna have to be off in an area where there's only staff, and I'll have to wait till the staff goes home to do it, because the floors creak, and it's just an old building, and if every room's filled on a Friday night. But I'm, grateful, totally grateful to be here and get what I need to get. There's a couple, a husband and wife, Steve and Signe, I think her name is, and they're gonna hang out for a little bit. I already did a podcast with them and got their story. They're from Astoria, Oregon, and so they have a bunch of equipment and whatnot, so I'll be recording that for sure and seeing what we can stir up, and maybe we'll even go out for the evening someplace. If it's too loud here, go to someplace quieter. Who knows? Lots of stuff available to do, so that's what's going on. And right now I'm just gonna hop on the computer and see what trouble I can get into as far as getting some more audio downloaded on the laptop. All right, talk to you later. Okay, so the people I was waiting for to show up didn't show up. I don't know if they're gonna show up. I told them I'd meet them up here, and it's after 11, so I'm gonna get started. And I'm using a spectrogram app that is a voice recorder lifetime, so everything I'm saying looks like a yellow highlight, and there we go. So every time I speak, you'll see the little yellow peaks and eddies. So let's ask a question. Were you trying to communicate with me earlier? Is there something you want to tell people? Is there something evil behind me in the kitchen? Did you know Clark Gable? Can you move something now for me? One of these chairs. All right, let's take a listen. Okay, so the people I was waiting for to show up didn't show up. I don't know if they're gonna show up. I told them I'd meet them up here, and it's after 11, so I'm gonna get started. And I'm using a spectrogram app that is a voice recorder lifetime, so everything I'm saying looks like a yellow highlight. And there we go. So every time I speak, you'll see the little yellow peaks and eddies. So let's ask a question. Were you trying to communicate with me earlier? Is there something you want to tell people? Is there something evil behind me in the kitchen? Did you know Clark Gable? Can you move something? I just do them. Now, for me. One of these chairs. All right, take a listen. Nothing. Well, it's a good app though. I mean, the quality was there, so I would, I haven't really used this before except to download sounds. I've not done the live feature, but it's pretty reliable. I think it was like $1.99 or something like that. I think you can record indefinitely. So, okay. I like that. Well, aside from that, I brought the FLIR, so we could break that out. And it's just the little FLIR that I have hooked to this phone. And I'm getting sleepy. I've got this laser grid, so if something passes through it, I'll definitely see it if it's a solid something, or even a wispy something. And then the kinetic energy sound tube that Joe Hauser gave me for the Montana Vortex, which takes another hand, I guess, or energy to set it off. So if you're holding hands with somebody, and I'm holding this, and we continue the loop around, this thing will still go off. You know, I think you can have a whole string of people holding hands, and as long as they meet around and hold the other side of this tube, this will go off. So those are the toys. So I'm gonna give it 5 more minutes, then we'll do a walk around. I gotta quit yawning. All right, so the crew showed up. We decided to leave the Wolf Creek Lodge because it's just so much sound contamination, but they had something happen there. We're about 10 minutes up the road though in this old town called Golden, Oregon, and we're right in front of some abandoned buildings here. There's a caretaker off to the left here that lives in a double wide, so I don't know if we're gonna get kicked out of here or what. I don't see any signs that say we can't do this, so we're gonna take a peek. So this is one of the abandoned buildings here. Is this the schoolhouse?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they damaged that, didn't they?
Get my camera. When you're looking from the other side, this wall that we're standing on says hell is here.
Oh, I gotta see that. It's something there about a slut. There's always some really clever graffiti. Nasty hose. That was really clever of them to damage this, huh?
Yeah, somebody's a horrible.
Oh, look at the chalkboard there.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Say, hey, we're here.
I know. I don't have night vision, darn it. Is that the tweakers? Because of vandalism, the school is temporarily closed. That's a shame. I see that. Okay, so I see the flashlight coming. All right, there's a guy with a flashlight coming. Are we heading down?
Oh, I see. He shit my pants. Jesus, what's he gonna do? He's not a cop. Like he's gonna
Well, there's nothing here that says we can't look.
Yeah. They're gonna fucking handcuff you and run you into the fucking pokey.
All right, we're gonna take a breather here. See what's going on.
We're on the side of the road, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna turn this big light off here. Okay, now we're just rolling in the dark, so if anything happens.
You just fucking tell him Andrew told you to come down. What do you care if you get Andrew in trouble? We're leaving tomorrow.
Yeah, but he might come back.
This is the old general store.
Yeah.
And then the next building, not that little shed, but the one past it is actually the church.
Okay.
That's usually open.
Now, you know what? Let's see if we can see this guy, because I brought my thermal camera.
Yeah.
And we'll see if we can check this guy out.
I saw his light. See his lights coming over there.
Is it still coming?
Pretty sure.
Let's see. There's something down here in the brush, too. Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to turn on the thermal.
Where did dude go?
He probably turned his light out, too. Let's see if we're vandals.
Right. What?
Here. Now you'll be able to see him. Okay, let's see if we can see this cat.
Yeah, where'd he go?
There's some skinwalkers out here.
Well, there he is.
That'd be creepy as
Yeah.
fuck.
He was walking on purpose, too.
Yeah, he would seem like it.
You guys over here crapping your pants.
We were just making sure that,
You never know if he's got a gun or not.
yeah, in today's society with all the looters and, you know, the frickin' COVID, I don't know what people are capable of anymore.
Yeah, it is kind of scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fucking shoot you for no reason.
And what if he was a tweaker and not the guy that owns the place?
Right.
Well, let's just get the fuck out of here then.
Well, I heard something down here, Steve. I want to see what's... Maybe it's a deer.
There's a marsh down there.
There's something white hot there. What's that?
I'm gonna shine the light down there.
Is that just the water?
Yeah, it's like a marsh. See if I can... It's really, really like marshy, muddy water.
Well, that's a good Sasquatch hot spot for sure.
Yeah, if there was a Sasquatch out here, that'd be him right down there, wouldn't it? It's a pretty good light, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It was probably one of their buddies puking.
Hey, you too.
What do we do? Just say screw it and go back? Maybe what we saw.
Oh no, that was a fucking flashlight.
Oh yeah. Well, that was a bust. It wasn't too far of a drive though, so no big deal. But that guy was extra anxious with that mag light, and I'm not about to get some saltpeter up my keister, so we skedaddled. No real good place to put a recorder except in my own room, so that's what I'm gonna do. If I hear footsteps in here, or microphone flicking sounds or things like that, but beyond that, I really don't know what else I could do to record. I guess I could roll camera as I sleep, but that'd be weird, and I don't want to make it too weird. All right, 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm hitting the. Talk to you later. Bye. It's morning. Just had a cup of coffee. Now I'm headed out to the little town of Golden that we got kicked out of last night. I don't think the farmer will be a problem in the morning. And then I'll check out, and I'm going to leave this cast behind. So if you're ever at Wolf Creek, you can come take a look at that Bigfoot cast, which kind of just looks like a hunk of plaster, but it's not. It's actually a really good cast. So yeah, put that on loan here, and let them check it out. Okay, it's about 9:30 on the 1st of August. Is that you? Okay. I'm up here with Daryl Adams at the Almoon Wilderness area. We just pulled up here, and it was a hot day. Spent the day with my son, played a little golf with him, and spent the rest of the day after that in the hotel room waiting for tonight to leave out a recorder. So we're up at the spot, and obviously I got a big light going. Not much you can do about that when you don't have night vision. You just got to have regular vision. So I'm trying not to look at the light because I'm going to go blind if I do. But I'm going to just come in without any sneaky approach. I mean, there's no sneaking around up here. It's either going to happen or not. So I'm going to go down and leave a recorder at my spot, see if I can talk Daryl into coming with me. Here's the recorder there. Where'd you go, dude? Okay. Are you going down?
Something glowing down there, I don't know what it is.
Something glowing?
Yeah, you know, lit up on the FLIR.
Oh, you got something white hot.
Yeah, it's not moving now.
Okay. Well, I don't know if you can see that light up there, but that's the moon. But we're also looking for something that looks like the moon floating through the forest, so if that happens, definitely we're trying to get that. I don't know if you guys want to show your true form tonight or pay us a visit, but you know, you can always leave a recorder going, and seems like you guys are okay with that. I guess I don't need to go all the way down. I'll just put it out here. Oh, there's poison oak. Glad I didn't step on that or touch it. It's all over up here. I spot it. Something I can seclude and hide it a little bit with. Okay, there we go. All right. You know the routine. This is one of the weavings that we found last time we were here. I actually asked them to leave me a weaving, and this is something I found right in the middle of the trail. I don't think it was there the day before. And you can see that one comes under and over that branch there, and this through there. And that over that. I mean, look how that branch was brought over this and down under this. Pretty cool. All right, well, typically things don't happen when you have the camera rolling, so I'm going to turn it back on. If something does happen, it probably will be after the fact. That's just the way it goes. So, I'll let you know. See if Daryl's in here. Okay, there he is. You can see him down there with a flare. There is traffic on that. All right, now we're gonna stop it. Again here. All right. So before we play it again here, pause it there. I'm gonna tell him.
Okay.
Tell a little bit about the story.
Well, one night we were up here, me and Toby and Ren, Barney. And my phone was actually left in this truck. And we were down the road a little ways making some sounds. And the next morning when I got my phone off the charger, I noticed
it was that night, though, you called me.
Oh, I thought it was the next morning.
No, I think, well, maybe it was. Okay, go ahead.
But I think it was the next morning, and I noticed that there was a video that got on it somehow. And I don't know how, because it was in the truck the whole time.
Okay.
But then... here's the strange video.
All right, turn it up.
What's going to happen? Now, when they're out there, they gave my son.
All right, play it again. Can you turn it up?
I can't.
That's as loud as it gets. Okay.
That's as loud as it gets for some reason.
Weird. Play it again. It's chewing.
What's going to happen? Now, when they're out there, they gave my son.
So what do you hear on that?
It's like, sounds like chewing or walking like this. And then I hear, it almost sounds like my voice speaking some weird language.
It sounds a lot like your voice.
And then some woman chiming in. But if you listen, there's background noise on the woman, and almost sounds like she's in an echo chamber or a bathroom or somewhere.
Yeah,
So,
I hear someone
there's
using your voice saying in schla, and then something chewing like a carrot. And then a woman says, now what's going to happen when they're out here? And then something goes, they may my schla, or something
Yeah,
like that.
and then there's a few other little sounds in the background if you really listen to it.
So what's going to happen now when they're out there? They gave my son.
And the thing, too, is that you said that was a blank video with no date or timestamp,
Yeah, it
right?
has nothing on it.
It's just this
It's
weird
just
file.
a dark 22-second video.
And it's not the first time your phone has had weird stuff happen to it, right?
No.
What other things have happened?
To this phone?
Yeah.
Shuts off by itself, and then sometimes, well, the other day when me and my daughter were talking, and then when I got back in and I pushed it to see if anybody had texted me or anything, the screen said HODAB on there.
Because you were just talking about HODAB.
And we were just talking about it. I didn't put it in my phone or anything. My phone was just actually sitting in the truck.
And was it a Wikipedia file, or what was it?
It was like a, I don't,
was it a
I don't
Google
even
file?
know. I think it was like maybe a Google file,
Okay.
or maybe, I don't know, just a little thing that pops up.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can see all the stuff that I got on here. It's not on there anywhere.
Right.
I can even look at the history and it's not on there.
Yeah. So it's not like you got an ad or anything like that.
No, it's like, how can your phone...
Like on Facebook, they'll sometimes send you ads for things you're talking about. Like if I'm talking about, boots, I'll get a Facebook ad for the same boots. But it wasn't like that?
No, I mean, I hadn't put anything in my phone about it or anything.
Yeah.
My phone was just sitting in the... We just randomly, because we were seeing a bunch of homeless kind of people at Walmart, me and my daughter.
Oh, that's a little...
Cricket?
It is.
Whatever that thing is.
See, the thing is, go ahead here first.
But I don't understand how you can your phone can be laying there and you randomly talking about something and then come back an hour later or less and it's on your phone. So it just makes you think that your phone can
do its own thing.
Do its own thing, especially this phone, or the phones I have.
Oh, I thought I saw something glowing. You want to walk down the street here?
Sure. I let that guy hear that also. And
oh, the military guy?
Yeah, he says he doesn't even know how you could dub those sounds together. It would take some kind of...
Well, I mean, yeah, on your phone especially.
Yeah, on that type of a file on your phone.
That's what I mean about this case, is that the evidence is so complicated that you and I would have to be computer geniuses and like tracking geniuses and like movie geniuses and you know what I mean, like physical evidence.
I'm zero techno.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm barely.
Yeah, if this was just tracks in the mud, it'd be different, but it's not.
Yeah. No, I can't. I couldn't even program a VCR.
There's the truck down there. There's the moon. And we'll just walk down here for a bit. I've never really filmed like this down here. I'm kind of curious how they'll take it. Boy, look at that's a steep ridge right there. I mean, there's no way you're just climbing up that thing. That's nothing but almost a 90 degree edge with poison oak.
Yeah, I mean, look how thick that is with all the branches and the old stuff in there.
And then it just drops down here pretty good. I don't know if this thing will get any brighter. That's as bright as it crickets. There's a up there. Yeah. It's almost full.
This is going to be the Aquarius moon, my birth sign.
Really?
Yeah.
When's your birthday?
February
Okay,
1st.
good. I thought you were going to say today, and I was going to feel like a jerk.
Now, I don't know why they're calling it the Aquarius moon in August.
Look at this here, how this,
Wow.
the weed plucker came by here and just
Shredded that.
that like a giant steel weed whacker.
Those guys stole that tree.
Oh, that's right. You were telling me about that.
Yeah, I had to actually pull a bunch of the branches off the road to be able to go through here.
Yeah, it's cleaned up pretty good now, isn't it?
Yeah. They're like those burl or whatever they are. They make stuff out of them. Burl wood.
Right.
Maple, burl.
I don't hear anything.
Yeah, it's so quiet up here.
You know, I was going to say we saw a cricket move on the ground, so we
Yeah.
know there's crickets here, and you barely hear them creaking. I mean, I don't even hear them now.
I don't hear anything. There's not many bugs up here either tonight.
Well, just the ones around my light.
But I mean,
Yeah.
usually it's like a swarm of them.
Now I hear a cricket. I hear them coming back.
Yeah.
Woo, woo, woo.
It's so quiet up here.
Yeah,
Anything happened, your recorder would pick it up.
yeah, there's no wind, nothing. Now there's probably wind up this road because I think it was quiet down here, but it was so windy up there last night. I brought a cast that Jude cast when he was down here for Brett and them to see tomorrow.
Can't wait till it starts raining again. Put some stuff down there so we can get some air.
Yeah. All right. Hold on a second.
Is there a light on the truck?
Just a reflection, but I thought I heard a stick break up there. I never use high-powered flashlights, but I mean, if people want to see in the woods at night, you got to do it.
Yeah. go recently to Bucking Lake or Tarzan Springs or something?
No, I've never been there. I mean, I've heard all about bumping, but what's that?
Didn't you go barb shooting those guys?
Not up that way. I went up to the Blue Mountains.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fort Freeman footy.
Yeah.
Is that place cool?
Yeah, things got interesting too, right? I mean, they saw a huge black triangle. Everybody saw it. It was escorted by like a military jet behind it, and then they had got these magnificent Umatilla screams going on for 20 minutes. And then something came up to the parabolic and turned it off, and then took the recorder out of the Ziploc bag and then set it to the right.
Wow. He saw a big old military plane the other day fly by through here.
Who did?
Real low, warning.
Oh, he did. Nothing in here. So I took a fart right over here after I turned off the camera about a half hour ago, and I stood over here while the camera was off, and I asked if anybody was around, and then right here I heard the sound go just like that, and I have no idea what sound that could be other than something farting right here.
Did that stick that was over here go away?
Yeah, I don't see it anymore.
Yeah, we didn't have that.
It's gone.
Huh. Yeah, that was a big... It was leaning here.
Yeah. When we found objects before in this tree, we found a rock up here, like a little gem or something like that was placed up there, and there's definitely been stuff. The main trail is, like I said, right here. Maybe. Yeah, it was. Maybe just a bit farther, and it was big, wedged between those trees. Is it gone? Oh, it's just right there? Oh, is it broken now?
I don't know. It's wedged, something wedged in between the trees.
Yeah. Oh, it just fell.
Crap, it's bent though. Is that tight?
Nah, I think it just fell.
Huh?
I think it just fell.
If you pick up on it, is it really tight or is it...
I just don't want to get poison oak, but I'll lift up on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it just fell down somewhere.
Here comes a plane. All right, where we're gonna go?
Not very many planes like there used to be, huh?
No.
That was going a weird direction. They used to go like this way with us.
Yeah.
Eugene and Portland.
All right, thanks, guys. All right, we're gonna head back down. I don't know which way, but if anything happens, whatever you want, man.
Go the long way home.
It's up to you. I'll follow your lead, whatever you feel like doing. Okay, it's the 2nd of August. I'm back up at the spot. Good night's sleep. Just had breakfast and waiting for this documentary crew to get up here, and I'll tell you more about that hopefully someday. But I left out the recorder last night. Now there was an interesting moment that happened when I came up here, and we got a little bit of that on audio, I hope. So I have set up I'll show you my audio station out here. Got the cooler as a chair, and downloading some of the sounds right now. What do we got as far as time? 15 minutes. And so I got 45 minutes or so to listen to all these sounds, so I gotta hustle. Doesn't see anything new and exciting on the trail, but I'm just gonna double check. Hopefully I'll be able to do an interview with Brett Eichenberger, the director of this documentary on the 3 pillars of the supernatural, which is the theme of it: UFOs, ghosts, and Sasquatch. And since we kind of had all 3 going on, maybe we'll be more prominently featured in the story. I don't know. But I saw a teaser for some of the stuff they were doing, and it was really good footage. I like what I saw. But anyway, I'll turn on the camera if I get any action up here. Cool. Okay, last night, well, about 12 minutes after getting here, I turn off the camera, the recorder's still going, and I ask for something to give us a sign if it's here. Now, it sounded like something was standing less than 15 feet away from me and made a sound like something either rubbing the gravel together real quick, or it kind of sounded like a fart, to be honest. And it, like I said, it was, you know, less than 20 feet from me behind the truck, and I was facing the other way. And so this is that clip, man. Let me play it. You can't really hear it that well, but I'll point.
Can you give us a sign if you're here?
It's going to be right in here. You can see a little tiny smear. That's a squirrel chewing, I assume. Okay, now let's see if we can do anything better. We'll go to effects, and then we will noise reduce it, and we'll hit preview.
Can you give us a sign if you're here?
Okay, that sounds good. Let's hit OK. Now let's listen to it, see if it's any louder.
Can you give us a sign if you're here?
It's going to be right about in this area. Right there. And so I isolated it, and this is the sound. It was much louder when I heard it. I don't know if you can hear that or not. Yeah, and so the recorder was a good 50 feet away on a stump down here. Anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm 12 minutes in. I'll see what else we can find. All right, here's one more. You can't really see with the glare that well, but around, let's see, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 in the morning, an owl sound, and it sounds like a barred owl to me, or a great horned owl rather. But I don't know, just based upon how the signature looks, if that's the case. Well, let's take a listen. Tell me what you think. Turn this. Oh. Play that again. One more. Something about the end seems off key a little bit from a regular owl call right in here. So that's something to look at. So we'll take a look at that. I gotta erase this though for now and put it as original file here. Undo noise reduction. Oh, wait, I hit the wrong button. All right, I'm gonna shut